Hello, everyone. Um, I've been second guessing my decisions when it came to the Masteries or whatnot on Zilean, and I was looking over the PvE updates on Surrender at 20, and I was seeing that they're going to be buffing Deathfire's Touch, as well as many other Masteries. So that's the Ferocity tree is definitely going to be catching up to the Cunning tree, because right now the Cunning tree is absolutely devastating. There's no reason to not go into that tree unless you're playing a tank or something else. But but yeah, with the ability power ratio being increased to 25%, that's pretty cool. The reason I've been second guessing myself is because of the efficiency on Thunderlord's decree. Um, yes, it's pretty easy in lane to get the auto off if you land your stun combo on an enemy. The only problem is, in most situations, it makes you pretty unsafe, and also it's on a 20-second cooldown rotation, so it's kind of also when you come into mid game, obviously it's going to be extremely unsafe for you to go in for an auto to complete the rotation in order for Thunderlord's Decree to proc. Another thing, they have to be consecutive hits. The problem I have most of the time is that I'll land a double bomb and then I'll throw in an auto, and either the I threw the auto too early and then the bomb detonates and not Thunderlord's Decree, or I'm not able to throw that auto out because they either flash out of the sun or something like that, and the Thunderlords doesn't proc at all. Now there have been in situations where yes, it has helped me gain kills, but not enough to where I want to keep using this, at least on a Zilean. On other champs, by all means, of course, Thunderlord's Decree, this thing is amazing. But on Zilean, I'm really starting to second guess it, especially during the mid game. I'm not sure if I told you, but yeah, during the mid game, with your double bomb rotation or whatnot and getting into melee like that, or not melee, but auto attack range, that's completely unsafe. You don't want to do that. You don't want to be paying attention to the double bomb into an auto because you've already lost focus on what you're supposed to be doing, and that's supporting, not trying to deal damage. Your utility is based off that stun, not how much damage your bombs do. And so if you lose sight of that, then out of nowhere, let's say, Rengar or something jumps on your ADC, you don't get the res off, and you automatically lose the team fight. Well, you don't automatically lose it, but you're definitely at a disadvantage where you could have just res your ADC off the Rengar assassination and kept it at 5v4. So what I'm thinking is, I'm thinking about going back into Ferocity, especially after 6.25, I'm guessing is going to be. Intelligence is cool, but the only problem with this as well is that it makes it to where, well, in the old Masteries, I would get 10% cooldown reduction from going into the shoot, I can't even remember what the trees are called, but I mean, I guess they were the same colors. The aggro tree and the support tree back in the old Masteries. So I would get 5% off this, and then I would also get 5% off the support tree because of two talents that were in it. Now I'm only getting 5% cooldown reduction, and on top of that, my cooldown cap is also being increased to 45%, meaning that once I get Grail, once I get Unholy Grail, I'm being left with 35% cooldown, and the way I had it before, I had it min-maxed to where as soon as I got Grail, I was at 40% cooldown reduction, and I was ready to go. I was completely, I hit my peak. It's mid game. Let's go. And with this, it kind of slows me down. So what I'm thinking is like I said, going into Ferocity tree, completely dropping Thunderlord's Decree and Intelligence, and going for a little bit of cooldown on the runes. And the reason for that is so I can, again, like I used to, be able to hit the 40% cooldown reduction as soon as Grail is complete. And because what I caught myself doing as well is trying to hit that 45% cooldown cap. So what I would do when I would get certain items such as what are these things? Such as Locket, instead of going for Aegis, I would go for the Kindle gem just so I could get the 10% so I could cap out on cooldown. And that's very dumb. And only reason I was doing it is because I thought I could risk it. But in reality, sure, I could risk it, but it's not optimal for me to do that. So I've just been thinking, I don't know. With Zeke's Harbinger going Glacial Shroud, I mean, obviously that doesn't matter. I mean, these two are useless. At least this gives you mana with some armor, so it helps. But definitely with Locket, it was forcing me to go Kindle Gem instead of Aegis of the Legion, which is not smart at all. And most people were telling me too, it's just like, it's just an extra 5%. Like, can you really feel it? And I mean, I guess I feel it, but it might just be like this placebo thing to where it's just like, of course, it's 5% extra. I have to be feeling, I must be feeling like what's that thing? When you buy something and someone else and everyone else says it's bad, but since you bought it, you don't want to feel bad about your purchase, so you're just like, nah, dude, it's good, trust, man, trust. It's kind of like that when it comes to me and the 45% increase to the cooldown cap. So I really don't want to do that. And the reason I'm doing this whole video or whatnot is to keep you guys up to date and stuff, to see what's going on in my head with Zilean and whatnot. So what I'm going to be doing from now on is I'm going to be going into the Ferocity tree and hopefully into 5.25. Deathfire Touch is a lot stronger, and we're going to see more diversity between these two. Now, for other champions, Thunderlord's Decree is amazing. Obviously, you see everyone in your games and everyone on streams and all that kind of stuff. Everyone's abusing the crap out of this Keystone Mastery. It is very good. Trust me, it is. Only problem is with Zilean is that, it's not going to work or whatnot. And the reason I thought this was going to be amazing on Zilean is because of the vague wording. It says your third attack or spell on an enemy champion calls, or spell. It doesn't say spell damage, or it doesn't say attack spell. It just says spell. So I was thinking, holy shit, I'm going to slow into QWQ, and it's just like, holy fuck, Thunderlord's Decree guaranteed every time. But no, it doesn't work that way. You have to QWQ, land an auto somewhere between, I don't know what the time limit is, and you have to land that auto right before your bomb explodes or whatnot, and all that. It's pretty funky when it comes to Zilean. So I'm thinking of just not playing that at all. Like, I mean, we're still gonna get banded, so that's fine. Precision, mainly Cunning is a really strong tree because of precision. Just the flat pen, the flat hybrid pen is just amazing. But since we're not going for it, who gives a shit? It's not like we're gonna be losing damage. I mean, we weren't going for it anyway, so like we were missing out on a huge part of the Cunning tree that made it very broken. So we still keep our bandit, we still keep our meditation, we still keep our all that kind of good stuff. So we can go ahead and do that. Go into Magic Pen and then go into Deathfire's Touch. Now, I'm also going to test it in the bot games. I'm not sure if other players do this, but I know me personally, I play a lot of bot games. I play a lot of 1v5 bot games when it comes to certain champions and kind of stuff like that. Like, I'll just go into a custom game or whatnot and 1v5 champions to learn kits and all that kind of stuff and just practice stuff. I'm not sure if other players do that. Usually people just like to go straight into ranked and do all that kind of nonsense, but I don't know. I've always just been a person to practice against bots, so I definitely want to try this out. I'll show you how the Thunderlord's Decree between the Deathfire's Touch thing works. First, let's try the Deathfire's Touch. Before I forget, we also got to adjust our runes in order for us to hit the 40% CDR off Grail. So we're going to do that with blue runes. So we're going to give up a couple AP so we can go ahead and get that. So that means at level 1 we're going to be starting with Actually, no, we're not, because we're giving up intelligence. So we're just going to be starting out with 5% still. So that's fine. Let's see. How much AP should we give up? We want 5%. So we drop down to 18 ability power. Or we can... ability power at 18. They're not ability power, but cooldown at 18. So at 18, that's 5%. No, it's gonna have to be flat cooldown, because that's not gonna work. I'll be, Grail will be finished way before 18. So yeah, let's give up, around 8 ability power. That's fine. We're not too stressing about that. Keep the HybridPen, keep the armor, ability power with the 5%. Alright, that's cool. Alright, let's try this again. Alright, now we got a QWQ, so let's test the damage here on this poor little bot. How's it gonna react? Okay. Alright. Seems pretty cool. How much damage that is? 79 with a little burn at the end. But what's cool about that is that I'm guaranteed the Deathfire's touch off every bomb, so I'm not trying to do wacky mechanics in order for me to proc that mastery. So that's definitely pretty cool. Alright, now that I got my QWQ, this right here is where I'm gonna test the Thunder Lord's Decree. Let's see. I'm gonna drop no autos in between. Let's just say drop the double bomb and then auto, and see that still doesn't proc Thunderlord's Decree. So let's try it again. So with that, like, I'm not guaranteed the Thunderlord's Decree. Like, that's a very big problem. Let's try this. Shit. Now I'm guaranteed it. Like, that's what I've been suspecting this whole time and noticing. Is just that the Thunderlord's Decree isn't proccing unless I throw a bomb into 2 autos, or I have 2 autos before the second bomb which goes off, which is the same shit as me bomb into a double auto. As you saw, when I bombed, autoed, and then the second bomb went off, Thunderlord's Decree didn't proc. That's extremely unreliable, and that is not... 1 auto is bad enough. Throwing 2 out, holy shit, like, you're risking a lot, or you're not paying attention to something you should be, because, well, I mean, you're tunnel visioning to get that second auto attack off, and what's most important to you during that is whatever's in front of you, not to the side, because you're trying to get in that auto and making sure you're safe for the auto or whatnot. So with this whole little theory crafting that I'm doing and whatnot, I have to go with switching up Ferocity, especially with the new talent coming out or whatnot. So we're gonna go ahead and do that, and especially the mid game, like I said, fuck no, there's no way I'm gonna be able to bomb, I mean, QWQ into 2 autos so my Thunderlord's Decree procs or what. Like, that's bullshit. That's not gonna happen. So we're just gonna have to go back to Ferocity, and hopefully with that with my flat armor or HybridPen on top of the magic penetration that I'm gonna get off the Ferocity tree, hopefully I actually do a little bit more damage and can be a little bit more aggro once the mid game hits with Unholy Grail and all that kind of good stuff. Alright guys, we'll see you next time.